In an ADHD world, the attention thing is one of the most important things we have, and we have to learn to cultivate it now before it's too late. So, a typical practice for doing this kind of work that I do looks like about like a 15 or 20-minute standing meditation where you're standing in a certain way where you're not putting uh, pressure on your knees. You have a little bend right here. And what that does is well, you can just sit here and you can move the energy. You could do the 1, 2, 3, 4 and keep moving that energy. You can move your hands and move the energy. You know, when it's coming in, it's a contraction energy. It's and then when you're expanding, it's the expansion energy. And you go at your own pace because some people like to do it slow, some people like to do it fast. It's just based on their energy, and it will autocorrect itself. So this is the typical energy movement that I start with the first 20 minutes. Sometimes I stay still and I just do it internally. I don't do any physical movement. However, if you're a beginner, it's important for you to do the physical movement as well. And this will create the sensitivity. Another thing you can do to create sensitivity is oiling. You can get some oil and just and oil yourself on where these energy points are, right? So if you're oiling your hand, you oil it going in and then going out from the back. It's always inside. Inside is the hidden part that no one sees, is energy going in. And then the outside is the external, the outer part where the energy is going out. Same thing here, right? Energy going in. So you can oil these places to feel and create some sort of sensation and sensitivity. This will really help you on your journey if you're a beginner and can't feel energy right now. And then I would follow up with some sort of 15-minute of yoga, which I have in my app also, which helps open up the spine. Or you could do Qigong or Tai Chi. Essentially, the practice has to be help you to open up the spine because the spine is where the key holds. The the vertebrae need to be expanded and need to be stretched, and that's where energy can flow. And then lastly, I end up with some sort of meditation because now that you've got the energy moving, you can sit down and be still. You could either do that through breath work or you could do it through just sitting down, repeating a mantra. Like I said, this will help you once you've moved the energy. What you're doing is you're bringing it from here to your heart, right? You do the exercises, it brings it to your heart. You open up through doing yoga, your heart rate expands, but now you want to bring it up here. See, these are the three centers: the lower dantian, the middle dantian, and the upper dantian. And once you bring it up here, now you have to do a meditation to increase the awareness. And then essentially, once you're done with the meditation, you want to bring it back down, bring it here, because this is where it comes back to. You don't want to leave it here. If you leave it here for too long, you will start having hallucinations, visualizations all day long, and then you will lose ground with reality. It's important for you to bring it back down always. So bring it up here when you're doing consciousness work or meditation, Simran, whatever it is. And then after you're done, bring it back down. And one of the ways you can bring it back down is simply just visualizing it. Like I said, intention, your attention is what's driving the energy. So if your attention is up here, bring it down. The entire gist of this work, what we're doing is learning to move our attention. So it's a game of attention. In an ADHD world, the attention thing is one of the most important things we have, and we have to learn to cultivate it now before it's too late. So that's pretty much it. This is essentially Inner Alchemy 101. This will get you started on this path. And like I said, this is just the beginning. I have my app, which I will put the link down below. You can do some practices within that app which help you do these practices. For example, something like horse stance or like a standing meditation is very important for you to circulate energy, because it's hard to do this when you have a hard time sitting down. Most people can't sit down and meditate for more than 5 minutes, but they move. Everyone's moving all the time. So if you can just become aware of your movement and keep the energy moving while you're doing whatever it is that you need to do, you're driving a car, you're cooking, cleaning, whatever it may be, you can still move the energy and know that now you're connecting the body and the mind. You're no longer just doing it mindlessly or thinking about something else and just doing something else, right? You're connecting it. So, with that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.